Most people have no idea that ChatGPT has a new feature, a new browser called Atlas, where it can actually look at your screen, be on your screen at all times, and save you hours of work every single week. I've been using it for a month or two now, and it's really awesome. I'm going to show you in this video how I use it, certain examples of how I use it, how it's helped me, and give you some inspiration for how it can help you with your work and your business. So think of Atlas as a browser. It's exactly that. Think Firefox, Google Chrome, Safari, all these different browsers. Now Atlas is part of ChatGPT, part of OpenAI. They have their own. So right now I believe it's only for Mac, but I'm going to walk through exactly how it works. It's super simple to get set up. Just search it up, download it. It takes about 5 minutes. And so the best benefit that Atlas has is it's on my screen all the time. So instead of switching between tabs, especially if you don't have extra screens, extra monitors, now I just have it on my screen right away. It's super easy. I can talk to it right here. I don't have to flip back between tabs every single time. And the best benefit that's going to be a game changer going forward is it can read my screen. So how many times are you working? You copy information. I made an example spreadsheet here. I got ChatGPT to make me this. Maybe you're working in a spreadsheet. You got tons of data, tons of information. You're kind of lost. Maybe you can't find certain things. And you want to take the data, maybe go into File, make a copy, download as PDF, paste it into ChatGPT, or you take some data here, copy it, go into ChatGPT, and you paste it all. That's fine, it's great, it works great. But now I gotta switch tabs every single time. And how much time is it killing? How much energy is it wasting from context switching to a new tab? And you open something up and you start back there and you're going back and doing some more work here. If it's on my screen, I can really dial in and focus. Pull up ChatGPT right here, has all the same features. It's your same account and it can read my screen. So I'm going to walk through a couple examples of how it's helped me specifically. And I hope that gives you some inspiration of how it can help you as well. So again, I made this sheet here, has just random data. So I'm going to ask here just to show how I can read my screen this. I'll say how many people are in the West region. I don't even know what this data is. I just got ChatGPT. I said, make me random data on a Google Sheet. So it's going to be pulling from this column L, the region of how many people. So I had to clarify just a little bit. I said from column L, the region section. So it says 189 people. So I'm going to fact check that just to make sure that's correct. So I'm going to go clear, West. If I go here, I already know it's going to be right because I saw at the bottom. The count is 189. And so that's the absolute benefits of it. If you need to analyze data, if you're kind of missing gaps in your thing, or maybe you just want help, you're like, how do I make this spreadsheet look better, look nicer? Ask it right here. It can read your screen already. I don't have to paste screenshots anymore. This is a game changer. It saves me a ton of time. And more importantly, like I mentioned, saves you a ton of energy from context switching, from tab switching. And so that's one of the biggest benefits that I can think of, especially as it comes to sheets, analyzing data, and just doing it in a much quicker fashion. And so think of maybe the sheets that you use every single week. You might just ask it like, hey, how can I make this look more visually appealing? How can I analyze this data? What does it mean? What are the next steps you can cater for my business based on what you see here? Something like that. The next example that I'm going to go to, and again, there's so many different use cases for this, but this is really examples that I've found to be very useful for myself. So I'm in a Google Doc here. I use Google Docs a lot during the day as well. And so it could be anything. But what I said is, hey, create me a Jeremy Miner NEPQ style sales script for a car detailing company. So again, I pull it up right here. Super simple. It's going to type it out for me. And what I can do is this. I can insert there. Boom. How easy is that? I don't have to go to my, my next tab, type everything out, copy, paste, come back here, change it back and back and back. No, it can read my screen. I can pull it up right away. It can insert it right away. This saves me so much time and it just condenses everything into a nice format. Something I do a lot is I'll actually type out my thoughts quite often. So maybe I'm doing goal setting for the year or something. I'll type out my goal, a couple habits I want, everything like that. And I say, read my screen, reorganize it into a nice format, bullet points, headers, bold, etc. And there's instead of the insert here, it'll say update. It just updates everything. It's so awesome. Another thing that's cool is if I select certain text, now if I go down to here, it has the selected text. So it knows exactly what I'm talking about. Maybe I say, hey, change this part to be a little bit better. But now it's referencing just the selected text. And how much time does this save me? Guys, I think this is so cool. I'm going to select this text and say, hey, changes to reflect XYZ, a different opening and tone setting based on what we've used in the past. It could be anything like that. Something else that is huge. This is still as it relates to writing, but I found to be great for work. Maybe you're messaging people in a CRM. I know it takes a ton of energy sometimes, brain energy, to respond to messages a lot, even emails. And so what I'm going to do is this in my next example if I'm writing an email. Couple cool features here that I'm going to show you. Number one, typically when you go on a page, as your ChatGPT gets to know you a bit better, I'm not going to do this, but extract action items. And so based on the page that you're on, it might ask specific things. And so if I'm on my emails here, extract action items, it can tell me what are the unread emails I have, the most pressing ones that I maybe need to respond to. And so that is super cool. As it gets to know you, it'll get this, short little prompt up here and do that. And so I'm not going to go ahead and do it. I don't want you guys to see my emails, but I'm going to show you something that's cool here as it relates to drafting emails. So let's say I'm emailing myself. There's an AI tool that I want built. So let's say I've written an email. It's straight from my head. I type it in. Normally I would take it, copy it, go into ChatGPT, paste it. Hey, make this email better, blah, blah, blah. Now what I'm going to do is this. If I select this text here, there's a little blue icon. If I click on this, I can actually tell it how I want it to reflect my writing. And so it's super quick. I can even use the voice feature, but I'm going to say make this sound more professional and much longer to seem formal. Add some emojis. It's gonna think, it's gonna write, and watch this. It's incredibly cool. And so just like that, this took 3 seconds to say. So boom, and what I can do is just click update. Done. Now my email is written. I didn't have to go to a new tab. I didn't have to go back and forth with ChatGPT of what I actually want. Super quick. Maybe I see one final error in this. I'm gonna go like this. Boom. Type, make this kind of change, and boom, my email's done. And so you can do this on any page with Atlas. It's super cool. So I can pull up ChatGPT here. I can use that feature here. It is awesome for writing messages. It is awesome for saving time and getting things done much quicker. And so the final example that I'm going to show you that it's helped me a ton. So I do AI automation all the time. Make.com is my go-to. And so I just set up a random kind of scenario here, but the best thing, and keep this in mind for the work that you do, is I'm looking at big scenarios all the time, a lot more than 2 modules, the different logic, where it's going to go, all these different things. It's very common that I'll run into issues. A lot of them I can fix. A lot of them, I need help. I definitely go to ChatGPT. Now that it's on my screen, it's much easier. I'm not pasting screenshots. I'm not constantly over explaining the context of what I'm trying to do. It can read my screen a bit better. And so let's just say this. I'm going to say, why is my scenario not working, not going through properly? And let's see what comes up. So I'm going to go ahead and say this. Again, it's going to read my screen. Obviously, I've set up a filter where the row number has to equal hello. That would never happen. And so it's giving me the exact perfect answer that I knew it would. It's saying something's wrong with my filter, which is exactly correct. Row number is a number. It will never equal the text hello. But what I want to show you is the bigger picture here. When I have super complex automations and I'm like, why is this dates or this number not pulling through? Why is there an error every single time? What I could do is for sure paste a screenshot, and I can even paste the screenshot right into here now, which is awesome. But the fact that it reads my screen, it sees everything almost in its entirety, saves me so much time and so much headache. So now when I have issues for different automations or anything like that, I can fix it right away. And so if I'm going to actually follow the advice that it gave me, I'm going to take this out here. So row number, I'm just going to put to 2 because I know that came through before. Let's see if it actually works now. Boom. So I took the advice. It gave it to me in like 20 seconds, read through it. The test works now. It sent an email to myself from the data that we used in here, and it's done. How easy is that? I know for me, and probably for a lot of you that maybe do AI or looking to get into it, especially if you're a business owner that's looking to learn AI automation, learn with ChatGPT on the screen. If you can have that context, that feedback loop that's super quick, it's going to save you a ton of time, a ton of headache, and make learning that much quicker. And so to kind of recap of everything that I went through, why this is such a game changer, why it brings so much value is because I'm not constantly switching between tabs, copy, pasting, screenshot, giving all my ideas to ChatGPT here, and then going back and back and back and forth. What I can do right now is have it work for me, work with me right here on my screen, incredibly easy. And I even have that little chat bubble that I went through just to recap to rewrite certain sentences, to help me with writing in a super fast, efficient way. And so obviously this is going to result in fewer mistakes, faster execution, and the most important one for me that I've found is less mental fatigue. The less writing I can do, the less kind of all over the place with my work I can save my brain power for more important tasks that are going to help the business move forward, help my work be more productive. And so I want to show you guys the clear ROI on this. Number one, it's free. It takes 5 minutes to download. You don't need the paid version of ChatGPT. You have it with you all the time, especially for the learning part. If you're trying to learn something and it's on your screen, you don't want to be going back and forth, maybe switching between tabs, YouTube tutorials. Have it learn with you right away. Ask it, what's on my screen right now? Hey, explain this part to me. It's going to save you a ton of time instead of really having that second guessing or trying to go through different things to learn it, analyze data, do all of your work, much slower. Now it's going to be incredibly quicker to get done, save you a ton of time. Guys, please, I'm almost begging you, download ChatGPT Atlas. I love it. It's been such a game changer in my life. I can guarantee almost that once you start using it, you're not going to want to go back to just using normal ChatGPT. So that is my recommendation for the video. And so if you got value from this video, if you're like, I had no idea ChatGPT Atlas even existed, that they had their own browser, awesome. Take advantage of it while it's still new. It'll change your work. And if you feel like, hey, I want to learn more about this AI thing, more about AI automation, about ChatGPT, hit that subscribe button there. I'm going to be posting more videos on all those different categories and trying to do my best to educate you guys on all the best tools, best strategies, and ways that you can implement AI for your business to make more money and to save more time. Thank you guys.